The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
Well, this is the Alpha Sessions. I'm Emma, and I'm here with Sheya Lily. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time across the Northern Line for us.
It's okay.
Can we start with the fact that you just released your brand new EP?
Yeah.
Which is really exciting, and it's your second one, correct?
It is, yeah.
Amazing. Talk us through the process of writing and recording for the EP.
So it was actually a school project.
Oh, cool.
I was doing it for our last project at Brit, and so we had a very short time frame, so it was probably the most stressful thing I've ever done in such a short space of time. But I'd already written 2 of the songs last year, and then I wrote 1 more song for the EP. It was just a matter of recording them all and getting them mastered and sending them off. Yeah, it was quite a busy, stressful process, but I'm so pleased with the outcome, so I'm happy with it.
Awesome. Yeah. Is it really hard being creative in that sense under time restraints?
I think it can be. I did want to write another song. I wanted to have 4 songs, but I had writer's block because I was stressed. Yeah. So it ended up being 3, but I would rather have 3 songs that I was happy with and then instead of having 4 and 1 that I wasn't happy with. So.
100%.
Yeah.
And did you kind of go into the studio with the sound that you were looking for, or did it happen by accident?
I've never really known what my style is, and I didn't really know what I wanted to come from it. But after listening back to the EP, I realised that, I'm more of a pop/country vibe.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, and I like it, and I'm going to continue going down that path because I have experimented with sort of, my song 50's Dream is more sort of jazzy pop.
Yeah.
And I think I'm better off down the country path, so that's what I'm going to stick with. I'm glad because it made me realise where my strengths are, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just out of interest, how long did they give you to do it?
So we started in March and the deadline was in June, which sounds like you could do it in that time, but it was quite stressful because there's written work as well.
Oh, wow.
So I had to document every single thing that I did.
For me, I think that would be even harder than doing the actual thing. Right?
Yeah, but I thought I might as well release it at the same time because I'll have new music out there as well as it going towards school. So
exciting. Well, the EP sounds amazing, and at the end of the interview we'll go through all the places that people can find all of your socials and wonderful recordings as well. So you said there are 3 tracks on there, and that you also went to Brit School.
I did.
Is that done now?
Yeah, it's all finished.
Is that weird?
It is a little bit weird. I had prom a few weeks ago, and I thought that was going to be the last time that I'm going to be there, but I've actually got into the theatre course. They do like a extra year of theatre.
You're going back.
So I'm going back next year. But it'll be a completely different environment because it's acting instead of music. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's the dream? Are you going to combine the 2?
I think so. I'm not really sure. I love both equally, so I have no idea, I guess. It would be great to be in a film like The Greatest Showman or something like that where I could do both. Yeah. But yeah.
Awesome. And when you were at Brit before, what did you study?
So I just did music for post-16, so year 12 and 13. Okay. And it was equivalent to 3 A-levels in music, so just music all the time, which was really fun. Yeah.
Do you ever get, like, when you listen to music just for fun, do you ever kind of insert everything you've learnt in your course and been like, that's how they're doing that there, and that's what they're doing?
I do. Like,
is that weird?
Because I'm a singer, I've only ever really listened to the lyrics of songs, but since studying other instruments, I listen out for the drummer and the bassist, and it's made me a lot more musically aware when I listen to music.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
You also do quite a lot of busking.
I do, yeah.
We were chatting about this a little bit on the way here. Have you got a favourite London spot?
At the moment, it's Waterloo Station. Just because it's so busy, there's always going to be someone that's watching. But the other day, I went back to Charing Cross. I used to be there all the time. And that was a really lovely atmosphere. The people clapping and filming, and it was just really nice and welcoming there. So I like to busk in places where people do seem interested, because it just boosts your confidence a little bit.
100%. But it's so hard to tell in advance, is it not?
Yeah, it is. You go there and you're not really sure what to expect, how much you're going to earn or what the audience are going to be like. It's very temperamental, but I like that aspect of it.
the shape of my eyes. Don't tell me you love their color and their size. Don't tell me I'm pretty. Don't tell me I'm kind. Don't make me feel special and leave me waiting behind. Don't make me remember the taste of your lips. Don't make me abide by your tips and your tricks. Don't make me believe that she was just your friend. I gave you my trust, now I'm scared to do that again. Don't say that you left because things went too fast. Don't run off with her and forget all your past. While you smile so sweetly into each other's eyes, I wonder if you will remember the shape of mine.
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
Last year you were part of City of London's Women Work and Power Festival, which is really exciting because it also falls under the Mayor of London, Sounds Like London banner as such.
Yeah.
What was that like?
So I did a set out on the street actually, and it was just opposite a restaurant. So there were people just sitting and having their food and listening to me. And I made sure that my set was completely female artists because it was power for women. And yeah, it was just like busking really, but and I did seem to draw in a bit of a crowd. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Awesome. And what do you think? I mean, you've probably heard at the moment, but there's a lot of pressure on like the larger festivals to have that 50-50 male-female equal lineup. And people that organise festivals get asked the question all the time, and they come up with an answer like, "Oh, but we're at 46%," or "Oh, we're at 30%." Do you think that people just coming off the whole women in music and power festival? Do you think there's still a long way to go before it gets to that point? As a musician who's a woman?
I think so, yeah. I think in the charts, I mean, I don't really listen to the charts that much, but there are so many more female artists getting to the top of the charts at the moment. So I think there is still a little bit of work, but I reckon that we are pulling through and we're getting out there. So.
Good. You've played quite a few festivals already this summer.
Yeah.
And you are on the lineup for Broadmasters, which really excites me, and I know it excites you too.
I'll be on the beach, which is pretty cool, and hopefully I can see Lewis Capaldi afterwards. We'll see.
Are you a big fan?
I'm a big fan, yeah.
Did you see his Glastonbury set?
Yes, I loved it. It was so funny, yeah.
Which festival are you most looking forward to? Is it Broadmasters?
Definitely Broadmasters.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And your favourite one so far this year?
Ooh, I think it was the Marylebone Summer Festival that I did a couple of weeks ago. I just really liked the sound there, and the stage was really nice, and yeah, it was just a really nice atmosphere.
Was that the one with Tony Moore?
Yeah. It
Ah, got a small musical world. And do you still get nervous before you play a set?
Yeah. Well, sometimes when I'm busking, because I do it all the time, I'm just kind of used to it. I'm used to people not really listening to me and that kind of thing. But sort of
that sounds really hard.
No, but it's, you know, it's how it is. People aren't really there to listen to you. They're just walking past. That's something you learn about busking. But when it's the bigger gigs, I do still get a little bit nervous. Yeah.
What do you do to, like, get rid of those nerves and pull through?
I drink a lot of water, but then sometimes that backfires because then I need to wee, so it's probably not the best thing. But it does help with my nerves a bit.
And what do you have to do when you're done?
When
you've done a gig, yeah. Like, what's the first thing you reach for, or first thing you do?
Well, I just sort of chill out, I think. Yeah. All of the stress and not stress, but the adrenaline rush just sort of calms down, and then I go and join the people who've been watching and watch the rest of it. What I like about playing early on is you can watch everyone else and just chill out and not have to worry about performing.
Get it over and done with.
Yeah.
But in a nice way.
Yeah, in a nice way.
So I had a little bit of a nosy on your SoundCloud page. And the first thing that struck me, or the major thing that struck me, was the amount of covers that you do. And also how different they all sound. But what I wanted to know was, when you take a cover, do you, like, what is it that makes you want to cover it?
I listen to the melody, and if it's something that, because obviously everyone has completely different voices, if it's something that I'll be able to do, because I like to sing the more delicate things. So I listen to that first, and I would only ever cover a song that I like. So with the Etta James song, I absolutely love it. So I just wanted to cover it straight away.
You totally do like a different take on the covers, which I always think is really awesome. Yeah,
I like to change it up a little bit and make it more my style.
Like, when you do take a cover, do you, like, feel the pressure? Because it's not your own work, so you almost have to do it justice, I guess, to a certain extent.
I do a little bit, but if I change it to my style, then people are less likely to compare, I think, because it's a little bit different.
Going back to your second EP, wanted to chat a little bit about the process for writing those songs on the EP and the stories behind them.
So I wrote 50's Dream about a year ago now, and that was when I was listening to a lot of Rex Orange County and Tom Misch, so they had a bit more of jazzy influences, and I wanted to write something that was out of my comfort zone, so that's how 50's Dream came about. I just played around with more jazzy chords and I really liked it, so that was 50's Dream. Finding My Way was actually a songwriting session that I did with one of my friends who was in my class at Brit, Zach Carpenter, who's a really amazing singer-songwriter and trumpeter. And we wrote that together, and I went into the session and I was like, I have a tendency to write really sad songs, so can we try and write something that's happy? And we wrote this uplifting song, and it's completely fictional, but you can take what you want from it and interpret it in your own way. And then Stay was a song I was inspired by the chords from Blackbird.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what kind of made the chords for the song, and I really liked it, so yeah.
I keep my eyes peeled for a little blue car, or for you behind the wheel, with your windscreen steamed up. I push through the people at Gatwick. Their suitcases get in my way, and when your bright headlights shine on me, my butterflies won't go away. And I say, this feeling will you'll always stay. I keep my eyes peeled when you play your guitar. That effortless tone, teach me where to start. It's rather you'll pluck the wrong strings and you'll laugh all your mistakes away. I think, oh, please don't let that stop you. If I could, I would sit here all day and I'd pray that you would always stay. Want you to always stay.
The Alpha Sessions.
Your first EP that you mentioned towards the end, Flames, how long ago was that written?
I wrote the songs just over a year ago, I think. But
so the EPs are in quite quick succession?
Yeah, so it took me a really long time to release the first one.
Okay.
I don't know why, I think I just kept putting it off. And then I finally released that in December, and then I released Finding My Way in May. So they were quite close together, yeah.
Was that also with school, or?
No, that was completely independent, the first one.
So how, because obviously you had that pressure at Brit, but obviously being independently with the first one, like how do the two processes compare?
I think when you don't have to write everything down and write essays and stuff alongside it, you can take your time with it. And what I really liked about the first one was that I did really take my time. I went back and I rewrote some lyrics and made sure it was exactly how I wanted it to be. I think I re-recorded a couple of the songs as well, so it was exactly how I wanted it. And although I was under time pressure with the second EP, I did still really enjoy it. And yeah, I was really happy with both of them. They were just different situations, I think.
And what was the inspiration behind the first EP?
So they were all sort of the first songs I had written. I didn't start writing until I was 16, so they were all pretty new songs. I wrote a song about my brother on there called Flame, because he's also a redhead. And I wrote a song about my old friend. I like to write about people, because it's what I know, and I find it harder to write something that's fictional or something that I don't know, because I have less to say about it. But
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You also do quite a few musical covers.
I do,
which
yeah.
I think is amazing, and it goes back to what we were chatting about before, about the combination of acting and musicals. Have you got a favourite musical?
Definitely Les Miserables.
Amazing. Yeah. And like, is that the reason why you cover musicals? Is it just because you like the music, or like subconsciously that's the direction you're heading in, or?
I've been having musical theatre lessons since I was about 10.
Okay, that would be it then.
So yeah, and when I was little, I wanted to be on the West End. That was my dream. And every now and then I kind of dip back into that. It's always like, oh, I don't really know what I want to do. So I've always absolutely loved musicals, and I've been trained in it up to diploma. So, yeah.
See, to me, that must take quite a lot of coordination to kind of go in and out of sort of modes, if you like. So acting mode and then into musical world. so quickly? How do you make that a thing?
Well, I think it depends on the day as well. So if I've got a singing lesson and I'm singing a song from a musical, I'm in the musical mood and I want to learn all the musicals. And then when I've been busking and I'm playing sort of, covers of pop songs and stuff, then I'm more into that. It does just change day by day, but I like that because it means that there's different options for me and I have a lot of interests. So I think it's a good thing.
So in addition to Lewis Capaldi, what other kinds of music can we find on your device, whatever that might be?
Well, it's actually quite weird because I listen to music, like completely different music to what I play. I love rock music, and that's what I listen to in my spare time. So my favourite band is Nothing But Thieves. Yeah. I like Royal Blood as well, so a bit more of the heavier stuff, which you probably wouldn't expect.
You wouldn't think it was normally when someone listens to music, you can hear a bit of that in their songs. But I can verify that I can't hear much Royal Blood.
No, hopefully not.
That's really cool though. I reckon there are elements of it that do get sort of put in without you realising.
Maybe.
What about dream collaborations? If you could collaborate with anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
At the moment, Lewis Capaldi.
Okay, cool.
Well, I don't really know. Any of the greats. If Elvis was alive, that would be amazing. Also, I'm really inspired by Eva Cassidy.
Wow, yeah.
So she would have been an amazing one, yeah.
Nice. And this is a bit of a funny question, just to kind of summarise the interview, I guess. We've asked lots of people this question and we get all sorts of hilarious answers. If you could have a rider before your gig, so anything in the world before your gig, so a rider's like, I don't know, Paul Weller saying that I only want red M&Ms, or we had someone on the show that once asked for a goat, which I thought was quite random. Is there something, if you were doing this dream collab with, say, Eva Cassidy at an amazing venue of your choice, what would you have to have as a rider pre-show?
I'm a bit addicted to caffeine, so I'd probably have to have a big cup of coffee, probably with almond milk though, because dairy's bad for the vocal cords. But yeah, just a massive mug of coffee, yeah.
Nice. So if people want to find your EP online and they want to follow you, find out what you're up to, all that kind of stuff, where can they go? What can they do?
So I'm on Spotify, iTunes and Apple Music, just as Sheya Lily. And I've got 2 EPs out, Finding My Way and Flame. And then I'm on Instagram as Sheya Lily Music, Facebook as Sheya Lily Music and Twitter as Sheya Lily.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much again for making the journey.
Never felt this before. I've seen the light open the door, head in the right direction, but my heart's temptations are pulling me back to the start of the road, miles away from the place I call home. I just won't make it today, but I'm finding my way, far from the start of the road, to a place I can safely call home. I just won't make it today, but I'm finding my way. You laid down a path, you gave me light to escape from the dark. Head head in the right direction, but my heart's temptations are pulling me back to the start of the road, miles away from the place I call home. I just won't make it today, but I'm finding my way, far from the start of the road, to a place I can safely call home. I just won't make it today, but I'm finding my way. I'm finding my way. I'll make it someday. I'll make it someday. Back to the start of the road, miles away from the place I call home. I just won't make it today, but I'm finding my way, far from the start of the road, to a place I can safely call home. I just won't make it today, but I'm finding my way.